I'm very mindful, very demure. I hate myself. I think a large misconception, I can't even say the word. You're spot on there because a large Again, let's go. Since becoming a broker here in Dubai, how has your life changed?
It's a lot sunnier. Check out my tan.
Tell me everything. My name is Karen Louie, Recruitment Manager of Betterhomes. Joining me today is one of our top leasing agents. Not only is she a team leader, last year she was our top leasing broker, winning 9 awards. Welcome to Beyond the Listing, Madeleine Ward.
Hey, thank you. Happy to be here. You can do all my introductions from now on.
Oh, I'm here for it. Just call me up whenever you need me. As I mentioned, you're our top leasing broker for 2024. And while others see leasing as a stepping stone into sales, you've decided to make a real career out of leasing. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I think I came with the same expectation that most people do. First 6-12 months and then I'd go into sales. But I didn't want to just be another expat that thought real estate in Dubai was a kind of get rich quick scheme. I wanted to make sure the foundation was there, built some connections, make sure that I knew what I was talking about and had some experience behind me. Then I started enjoying leasing, realised I was quite good at leasing, made probably more money in leasing than a lot of people did in sales last year, but also more consistently. You know, I'm always doing deals. I never have to worry about whether I'm going to get paid that month or not. So that's nice. It's a little bit more fast-paced. I also now am coming to realise that I think leasing is a little bit more robust than sales. You know, it doesn't matter what the market does, people always need somewhere to live. And if they can't afford to buy, then they will rent. And when we have hundreds of thousands of people moving to Dubai, the large majority of them are going to rent. They might buy after 1 year or 2 years, but they're going to start with renting. So I think that it could be the place to be over the next few years.
Yeah, I definitely think you're spot on there. A lot of people do have the idea that you won't make as much money in leasing as you do sales, but I think the main point there is the consistency that you mentioned. Not only did you make more money than some of the sales brokers last year, but you were making money consistently. You won 9 awards, you were top broker, so you're obviously doing something right. So tell us about the, closing these deals at a high level consistently. What is the secret there?
Yeah, I think you've used the answer in the question, which is consistency. It's getting out of bed, turning up every single day. There's a lot of factors that we can't control, but there are still a lot of aspects of this job that are very controllable. You know, what time you turn up, how you present yourself, the effort you're putting into building the right connections, and building those relationships, the quality of the listings that you're working with, and just making sure that whether you've had a good day or a bad day, you're putting those best kind of practices in place.
Yeah, and you managed to do all of that whilst also managing a team. So how do you feel that that impacts your leadership style?
I think the good thing is that my team sees me do the job. So it's very relatable if they come to me with something they're struggling with. You can pretty much guarantee I have probably experienced it at some point. I don't pretend to know the answers to everything, but I think because I'm still in the same shoes as they are, we can talk through it. We do a lot of conversations as a small team as well, so just sharing experiences and maybe sharing solutions. But I think a lot of it does come from that credibility. Like, I have a proven track record. I'd like to think that people then listen to some of the things that I tell them. Whether they do or not, we will see.
And I think that's really the definition of leading by example. It's all about building that trust in those relationships, not only within your team, but also with your clients as well. And that kind of leads me to my next question for you is, a lot of people do see leasing as being very transactional and not necessarily a relationship building area. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it probably comes back to people that only spend a very short time in leasing, get a few deals under their belt and then move into sales, whereas having put in over a year into leasing, I see the same people start to come around again. So the relationships with my landlords are really important to me. I have worked with quite a few on multiple occasions, whether it's because the same property has now come around a year later or because they've got multiple properties and they reach out to me now when something is vacant or they want to find a tenant. So that's really nice. Those relationships are really valuable. And the same with tenants, particularly when they're new to Dubai, they don't know a lot of people. We're perhaps one of the first people they kind of really meet and interact with. If they then move, you know, they might have moved into a one bed when they arrive, look for something bigger. Who are they going to come back to? And it is probably the person that helped them and they trusted with their first transaction. So that relationship building side of the job, I think, is massively important and probably underestimated.
So Maddie, tell me, since becoming a broker here in Dubai, how has your life changed?
It's a lot sunnier. How's my life changed? I think what I perceive my opportunities to be has changed. I think in the UK, I probably saw my options like here. And since moving to Dubai, kind of feels like world is my oyster kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see what the future will bring.
I mean, it's only up from here, right?
Hopefully.
Definitely. Final question for you, Maddie. For those people who are looking to either start a career in leasing or who are currently in leasing and feel as though that sales is the next step for them, what's some advice that you'd give them to build a really solid career as a leasing agent?
I would say don't disregard the value of leasing. Like we've talked about over the next few years, who knows what the market is going to do, but it could be, you know, a really solid career move. So yeah, don't underestimate what you can achieve and the success that you can have in leasing. Give it as much attention, focus as you would to sales, and don't just see it as a stepping stone.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's show leasing some love again. Okay, so final question.
Final.
Yeah, like actual this time.
Actual final question.
Death row meal, what would it be? Tell me everything.
Pineapple on a pizza.
But like, what else is on the pizza? Just pineapple?
Just pineapple. No, like a proper Hawaiian. Hawaiian pizza.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Maddie. Round of applause for Maddie. See you guys on the next episode.